The Culture, with Seven Mitchell, Battle Rap Debate Podcast, on T7M Radio.
I want to start off, though, a little different. I want to read something to you, and I gotta get your thoughts on this because I've came across this in the middle of the night. Probably on my way to bed, I came across this. I'm gonna read this off to you. Hello, world. Yesterday was a devastating day. I grew a lot in the last 24 hours, and yesterday taught me everything I need to know about tomorrow. We don't have to get along, but we should cherish each other's presence. So I'm saying this now. I love you guys. Math HOFFA and ORGANIK. This tweet came from DIZASTER. I'm not done.
You serious?
I'm not done. I have the proof. I'm going to put up the screenshot. Math HOFFA replied, I love you too, bro. We should have a sit down, or it's time for a sit down. First of all, rest in peace to Bender. King of the Dot lost one of their own. The hip hop community, the battle rap community lost one of our own. So definitely R.I.P. Bender. But DIZASTER came out with this tweet. Now, we've had numerous shows, Grail, about DIZASTER and King of the Dot. He was bombing on King of the Dot not too long ago. We already know about the situation with him and HOFFA. This tweet threw me for a loop. And I'm not judging him, but I just gotta get the street's opinion on this, because when I was looking at some of the responses from the streets, on at least on social media, some people was, crediting them for, I guess, burying a hatchet or attempting to. Some people felt like DIZASTER was unstable because he was just talking shit about the brand, and now he back and forth with it. What's your thoughts, though, Grail? Because I'm dead ass serious, man. I read it out to you. 2:34 p.m. March 2nd, 2018, man.
I mean, yo, I'm all cool with the increase the peace shit and all that, but nah, fuck all that. They damn near killed you in fucking Los Angeles, Math. It's certain shit that we just not getting past. Like, I'm not with all that, bro. Nah, fuck all that. I'm not even trying to hear that. Or for that King of the Dot shit, you threw them niggas under the bus like 80,000 times, and now it's, I love you. You keep your love, bro.
Wait a minute. First of all, Grail, when we were talking about Diz and King of the Dot before, you were saying that you agree that Diz should be vocal if these issues and allegations were true.
Yes, but I never said anything about you throw them under the bus 2 weeks ago, and now this week, I love you. I never said anything was cool with that. Like, that's some other shit.
But we gotta agree that this is kind of more than just a business relationship, you would say, between Diz and KOTD. I mean, look how long they've been working together. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're brothers, but maybe they are. But wouldn't you say that that's more than a usual business relationship?
If it was all that, then why would we put all this in the public for them to view it all like that for? Why are we going to do that? If we're going to do that, for the route that you took to just go live and put it on YouTube or whatever the fuck you did, Periscope, to throw them under the bus, I'm not being cool with you after that. If I do that type of shit to you, I'm not going to be cool with you after that.
Grail,
if I do that, it's to assassinate your character, and I'm not fucking with you.
That's ridiculous, Grail. Are you kidding me? I mean,
that's serious,
man. We're talking about a public statement or statements, because you talked about the blogs and the live videos, things of that nature. So why not show love publicly? I mean, of course you could have did it behind closed doors, but I think if you speak out negatively publicly on something and you want to bury the hatchet, you also go publicly with a different type of energy. So why are we faulting Diz for publicly? Not so much because what I read into this, I'm not saying that he's apologizing for anything or felt like he was wrong, but I think he looks at knowing that we're not promised tomorrow, certain things we should be able to get over. Now, I'm just talking about the King of the Dot organic situation right now. So I just feel like you're being very disrespectful, not giving Disaster the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Like I said, yo, shout out to that Mohandas Gandhi shit that you on, but just a couple of weeks ago, you was Bin Laden against King of the Dot. Now, like, pick one. Keep that same energy, God. That's all I ask. That's it.
I just really cannot believe this. And I don't fault him for that.
I don't fault him for it. I don't fault him for it. I think that's big that you came out and was like, yo, I love you. All that shit is cool, but all right, my nigga. Couple of weeks ago, you was trying to fire on these niggas. Like, shots fired from all angles. Now you want to be, now you got a heart now.
I want to reach out to the streets, man. The lines are lit. T7M Radio. This is The Culture with Seven Mitchell, man. We talking disaster and this tweet with King of the Dot, Mav Hoffa. Let's reach out to Carolina, man. We got the devil's advocate in the building.
First of all, Disaster, he's still, he's still going through the bender path. So he's in one of those moves. So I just think it's just one of those things where everybody is a little emotional. If you really step back and think about it, Disaster and Math had the same emotions, man. 1 minute they heated, 1 minute it's kumbaya, next minute let's square up. Like, it's like they brothers, but they on the coast. But I don't know, man. I can't really take it serious. I think Disaster at the moment, that's how he feels, but I don't think that's how he thinks genuine.
So you don't think that this is genuine feelings from Disaster? You think that this is just emotion coming off of the loss to Bender?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's that, especially I want to have a sit down trying to get a fair one. You know what I'm saying? You think Matt's going to be in the same room, both doors locked, and they just talk, and he just don't steal off good intentions, and then he was like, yo, I can really rock him right now. Come on, man.
So let me ask you this, because Grail was being disrespectful in my opinion. I mean, he act like people can't grow, but Grail feel like there is no apologies for the Mav situation. Something has to be done. There cannot be a sit down. Something has to be done on Mav's behalf. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like these guys can really work this out at this point?
I think they can work it out, but it got to be stimulation. It can't be, they just sit down and talk and squash it. Like, no, I think the only way Math don't try to get a fair one unless he making some money with Disaster. Disaster may come with him with a proposition like, yo, bro, let's get up, man. I'm going to go overseas, man. Let's get this money, blah, blah, blah. Especially with Math throwing out there GoFundMe, Math may take the bait. So I just think Disaster know Math is vulnerable right now. Math is vulnerable. It may work, but the genuineness of it, I don't know.
Let's reach out to the streets, man. We got Brooklyn in the building. Brooklyn, what's poppin', G?
I think Disaster is borderline bipolar.
Wow. This is crazy.
Yo, Brooklyn, talk that talk.
What's wrong with y'all guys? Why can't people grow up, man? Why y'all not allowing people a chance to grow up?
I understand what you're saying, but he always is like this, though. Like, someday he's up and down. Like, someday he's happy, someday he's mad. he's just borderline bipolar. You really can't take what Disaster says seriously.
But Brooklyn, just like Grail said, I wasn't expecting him to ever take this approach to math. This really caught me off guard. If he would have said this to just Organic and King of the Dot on social media, fine. But the fact that he, tweeted that the math and the response that math had blew my mind.
Let me tell you why it's not genuine. He didn't have to tweet that. He could have just hit math up and say, you know what, like, let's squash this, bro. Or you know what, math, let's catch a fair one, and we just call it like that.
But see, that's the same thing that Grail said. But again, when you do things in the public, when you're trying to change the narrative or you're trying to change the energy, you should be in the public as well. You can't diss somebody in public and then only try to kill it behind closed doors. I mean, you can initiate it being killed behind closed doors, but eventually publicly, you need to let the streets know that the energy is different than what was put out at first.
And J.O. has a good point. The Bender loss is very important in this situation too, because emotions are running high, because remember, Bender is a KOTD legend. After he Disaster probably knew him for years, so this could be plays a part as well.
We got Massachusetts in the building as well. What's popping? 413.
There's Motion, nigga. What up? What's popping, fellas?
Salute.
Motion, what up, boy?
What's popping?
Ain't shit what's going on. Just listening in. That's all.
Oh man, salute to you. What's your thoughts, man, on Disaster taking the different type of approach to math, HOFFA, and organic?
Disaster is certified cooked.
Wow.
Something wrong with that boy. He's bugging.
I cannot believe y'all.
There's
literally
no way
cannot
you
believe
could punch a nigga in his face and jump this man publicly, so now he's been humiliated beyond measure. And then you think, because the nigga said I'm sorry over Twitter, that's supposed to be it? He's supposed to dap up and be good? You're bugging the fuck out.
But come on, man. Doesn't it have to start somewhere?
Yeah, it do, just after they get that fair one. That's like you rapping, a nigga punch you in your face, and you're going to accept his apology on Twitter, and that's it? There's nothing that comes after that, nothing.
But we can agree that life is short, and we're not promised tomorrow.
Fact. That's a fact.
Very true. But that is very true. But you know what? There's certain things that have to be dealt with in a certain type of manner, regardless of how it's taken after. But it has to be resolved.
I understand that with the math situation. Maybe you're right, because that's what Grail was saying. But what about King of the Dot and Organic? Because he was vocal on video blogs and on Twitter, but he's kind of...
Well, you could talk shit to them. You could talk shit to them all day, because all that is just battlers and league owners going at it like they always do. So all that shit gets squashed because he's going to end up on King of the Dot again, and we all know this. So that's just something that, like shit like that could be talked over. But the math situation, that has to be dealt with in a different manner.
So what do you, Grail, what do you think has to happen between Diz and Math HOFFA? Because this has been, 5 years now? Like, what has to be done, Grail? Seriously. Because I think y'all being very disrespectful, not allowing these guys to grow as men.
Yeah, I'm all for growth. I'm all for all that. But before we get into all that, like the King of the Dot, maybe we could get past that. But the math shit, you gotta give me my 2.5 fade with the Raekwon part, only built for Cuban links, before we go any further.
Well, the streets going ahead let us know, man, what y'all thought about Disaster. Not so much apologizing to Organic or Math, but apparently giving his opinion on how he really feel at this point. Once again, rest in peace to Bender. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation with Disaster, man. It's crazy.
What up, it's your girl Najee. Everybody hates K, but everything golden. And you're listening to T7M Radio.